Yes.
Great. So, Prof, I mean, you've listened to the governor of the Bank of Ghana. He's explained, particularly the losses that we've all complained about. Are you convinced now?
No. I sympathize with the central bank. I understand that they find themselves in a very difficult position. Um, as managers, your natural inclination is to push back, is to try to explain. But losses are losses. You can disaggregate the losses. There are some perhaps accounting treatment, fair value through profit or loss or other comprehensive income. But let's look at it from a more professional and technical point of view. And then I will refer you to the IMF supported program, the document. If you read the program, you will see the adversarial position the IMF has taken on some of the measures Bank of Ghana has implemented so far, essentially reversing some of them. Exchange rate management, monetization of the public debt, deficit financing, and all of that. Then also, you go back to the beginning of 2021, when inflationary pressures started broadening. You could see clearly that the central bank was technically behind the curve. From a professional point of view, that is not so acceptable. And it's simply because of the accommodating posture of the central bank to fiscal slippages.
No, hold on. When you say the central bank was behind the curve, what do you mean?
They fail to see the signal and to react appropriately or proactively. That tells you technically they were behind the curve.
Okay.
Then also, you see the double standards more or less that the central bank took. On one breath, you were injecting liquidity essentially by monetizing the public debt, monetizing the deficit. And then on the other hand, you were trying to use your monetary policy to mop up that same liquidity.
Let's break this down. Let's break this down. Prof, please, let's break this down. Yes. I want to get the understanding. Are you suggesting that by giving or by monetary financing, as in lending money to the government, the Bank of Ghana contributed to the high rise in inflation and then used monetary policy again in trying to mop up liquidity, and by extension leading to an increase in interest rates, which has hurt businesses and households? Is that the point?
Precisely. Okay. That's the point. And that is essentially what the IMF program is trying to reverse. So if you read the IMF supported program, their diagnosis of the issue and some of the steps that they have recommended, that is largely consistent with the position we had taken long ago. Winston, I think I said on Joy FM, maybe 6 months ago or so, that a time was coming where the story would be told of how regulators, the central bank, team up with politicians over champagne and messed up Ghana's financial system or sector. This was long ago. Look, it's not only that. You see, once we say this, we have to make the diagnosis objectively. And then also we try to understand the causes. As I said before, the fiscal policy side is to be blamed. But you could not build strong institutions without strong people leading those institutions and saying no to certain gestures, requests, and all of that. And that as a professional, if your understanding is that this was not acceptable, you resign and send a right signal. And I can sympathize with the governors also to some extent that if you check their statement 2.5 years ago or so, you will see that they have been uncomfortable with the way the fiscal side was being managed. But the point is that this monetary accommodating posture enables governments to spend because they know that there is a bailout secured.